Well, as we've told you earlier, Louisiana farmers are very concerned about how the opening of the Morganza and Bonnet spillways are going to affect their crops and their land. Joining us now with this week's Ag Minute is Kristen Oakes. And Kristen, you were on the Bonnet opening flyover with some very dramatic images coming out of that.
You know, Mike, it's only been open for a few days, but once you look around, you can see the flooding for miles and miles. And Louisiana is certainly no stranger to floodwaters, which is exactly why these two spillways were constructed to divert water and disaster.
Old Man River, the largest river system in North America, has had quite a temper over the years. The Great Flood of 1927 destroyed the levee system and wrecked homes and farms in 10 states along the Mississippi River. Following the flood, the Army Corps of Engineers constructed a plan to tame the mighty river. In addition to a new levee system, the Corps of Engineers crafted 2 spillways to ease and control floodwaters from the Mississippi. The Bonnet Spillway was formed to protect the city of New Orleans from future disasters. Built in 1931, the 7,000-foot-long structure diverts floodwaters from the Mississippi into Lake Pontchartrain and onto the Gulf of Mexico. In 1954, the 20-mile-long Morganza Spillway was completed with a similar idea, to deter water from the river into the Atchafalaya Basin and then into the Gulf. Since then, its spillway has only opened once in 1973. Hundreds of homes and farms around the Atchafalaya are at risk of backwater flooding once the spillway opens. The Bonnet Spillway, however, has opened 10 times since its construction. By opening these spillways, the Corps of Engineers can attempt to close off the chances for another flood disaster.
Now, the Bonnet Spillway was just opened last week, and many fishermen are already concerned about freshwater intrusion into their oyster beds near Lake Pontchartrain. Well, moving on to some Twyla trivia. Last week's question was, which Louisiana city holds the all-time record snowfall amount? And the answer is C, Colfax, Louisiana, with just under 16 inches. For this week's question, what year were the Mississippi River water levels at their lowest? Is it A, 1967, B, 1988, or C, 2002? Log on to our website, twylatv.org, submit your answer, and we'll send one correct entry a Twyla prize pack. Now, still to come on This Week in Louisiana Agriculture.
What happens when the Mississippi River in Louisiana shuts down to barge traffic? Coming up, a look at the potential fallout on My Bottom Line up next.